missing someone. But without you.
What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or to my channel if you're new here. If you are new here, your girl uploads daily, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you're not missing out on anything. Today I wanted to play with the terrain tool, or terrain manipulation, however you want to word it. And to be honest, I took like 6 hours on this build, and when I get done with it, it may not even look like a 6-hour build, because I don't think it really does. But y'all, me playing with this terrain was something serious, okay? It took effort. I worked on that for a really long time off the camera before I even started recording to, kind of prepare for this video. My inspiration was this house someone uploaded somewhere that I seen, okay? I couldn't tell you what platform, who it was. I couldn't tell you none of that, but I just remember seeing this Sims house that was built, and it had this pretty curved driveway going up to the house, and it was on a hill, and I thought it was the cutest thing ever. And I knew then that I wanted to build this. Now, that was a while back, and I haven't gotten around to actually completing this, because every time I've started or I've said I wanted to do a build with terrain, your girl gave up quickly, okay? Because it takes patience, and I do have patience when it comes to building, but that terrain is something else, you guys. I do not end up getting it perfect. You'll see me messing with it here and there in this video, but I finally had to cut myself off and be like, you know what, that's enough. We can't do anymore. Now, I did choose Hemford on Bagley to actually build this in, because I felt like having like a little bit more of a terrain in this world would actually fit in a little bit better, versus if I would have put it smack in the middle of Willow Creek or something, it probably wouldn't have fit in that well. So I felt like Hemford on Bagley would be the perfect setup for me to do this, and it would look good, because if I was going to put this much effort into this house, I definitely wanted to make sure it looked good. I also knew that I didn't want this house to be like super massive. I wanted to keep it kind of smaller so I could clutter more on the inside, I guess. I wanted it to feel cozy. I'm not sure if I even pulled off the cozy effect, because if I'm being real with y'all, I spent so much time on the outside of this. I had to take like a brief intermission and make this like a 2-part thing for me, because sometimes if you're just sitting there for hours and hours, your eyes start hurting, okay? So I took a little break in between these, but I like doing that sometimes because I feel like I can come back with a fresh perspective on a build, and I may change multiple things and end up loving it 10 times more than I did before. And just sometimes that little break in between them, in between big builds especially, will help. And this isn't even a big build, but y'all, if you knew how long I struggled with this terrain, you would understand, okay? I also ended up having to expand the second floor, because when I went in and was like trying to fit in bedrooms, I could have only made it like a single bedroom house, if that. And I don't even know if it would have had a bathroom. So I did end up having to make it a little bit bigger, because I wanted it to be kind of squishy, but I wanted there to be enough room for a toddler, preferably. Like, in my head, it was automatically a family with a toddler, like automatically. So you'll see that we started off in the kitchen now, and I really liked this blue color. Like I want to say this was maybe the country kitchen kit. I don't think this is the cottage living one. I'm pretty sure it is. And then I just kind of ran with that blue color. But if I'm not mistaken, y'all, I might go in at the end and change up some of the color variety. But I can't remember if I did or not, because I done this build a couple of days ago. But I think I did. I knew that I wanted it to be warm toned also, because I feel like when you use a warm tone lighting, it really helps the build have more of like a coziness to it, like a cozy vibe. And lighting can really play a big factor into that, a bigger factor than you may think. The lighting, if you think a room doesn't look right, I've said this before on this channel, if you think that the build you're doing doesn't look right, try changing your lighting from a cooler tone to a warmer tone and see if it makes a difference, because usually it will actually make a difference. Especially I feel like in like cottagey builds. I feel like cottagey builds, it looks like so much better with a warmer toned lighting. But that could just be me, just my preference. I don't build too many cottagey homes personally. I guess I'm more into a up to date kind of vibed house. So I don't dip into this cottage core vibe that frequently. But when I do, I forget how much I love all the warm tones and the pretty colors that come with the sets that we do have, kind of revolving around a cottage core theme. I did my best to kind of clutter this kitchen, I guess, as much as I could and still keep it like accessible, because it is a smaller kitchen, you guys. After I sectioned everything off because I wanted it to have that cozy feeling, therefore, I sectioned everything off. It really like shrunk down that bottom floor and the top floor, honestly. So the kitchen was already super small, so I didn't want to clutter it up too much, so it wasn't accessible for your sim if you choose to download this build. I did, however, end up cutting out me landscaping and everything at the end, because I guess I want this to have like grand finale vibes. I don't know. I don't know why I did that. I just thought it would look better if you saw it in person, I guess, opposed to a sped up version of me doing it. I'm personally, like, for me, when I'm watching videos, I'm not the biggest fan of speed builds because sometimes it can make me dizzy feeling. I'm easy to get dizzy feeling though, so it's normal. But I try to avoid some speed builds, especially if they're really fast. So, if this is something that bothers y'all too, if this is too fast, let me know. But I try to keep my speed builds kind of to a minimal. Usually only will do it if the build takes me ages to do, like this one. I would have been sitting here forever trying to edit 6 hours of me building this house. It would have took ages. Also, y'all would have been getting like a 40-minute video, which some of you may be into. I like a long video every now and then, okay? Y'all should also let me know that if you like longer videos. I'm totally okay with making these videos a little bit longer. I can for sure do that for you. As I'm looking more and more at this house, I really think that I go in at the very end and I changed up some of the color swatches and matches. So it may be a surprise for all of us whenever we go do the live build here in a second. That's the real trip here. But I do love this house, and I'm so happy that I decided to build a house like this. And I hope that you guys enjoy this house as much as I did. With that said, I think that we're just going to go ahead and pop over and check out the build together. So I will catch you there. Okay, guys, and this is the final look on the house. This is what it ended up looking like. I think it is stunning. I'm so happy with how this did come out. You can see my sim has the welcome committee here right now. But anyways, so you come in right through here, and when you come in, it's this pretty little entryway moment, and over here is an office area where you can also walk through here. I think this is the only entrance into the living room, and here's the stairs up. Come into this cozy little living room, which turned out so beautiful. I love this house, y'all, honestly. And if you would have come into the garage, it's just a pretty basic garage. I didn't do too much clutter in here because the truck was in here, so I didn't want to overload it. But then if you would have came through here, this is the dining room that we ended up with. And I did end up going through and changing the colors. I forgot all about that, you guys. I thought I stayed with the blue tones, but I guess it's a surprise for everyone. And I'm not mad at the change, if I'm being honest. I love this. This turned out so stinking good, you guys. So then if we go upstairs, upstairs is pretty basic. We've got a cute little toddler room moment over here. There were other stuffed bears, but I think our girl might have took them and put them in her inventory or something. And this is the master bedroom, nothing fancy, and it only has one bath, which I think is okay. And then if you come outside to the back porch, there are 2 exits to the back porch. You walk down here to this nice little patio area on a private little pond. And I think this is so cute, okay? I would love to live in a house like this, guys. It's so pretty. But anyways, you guys, I think that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope that y'all love this house as much as I do. Please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. And if you enjoy me doing builds like this using the terrain, it was definitely new, but I can see some beautiful builds being made using this terrain. I'm just warming up. If you guys don't mind, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It would really help me out. And I hope you guys are having a great day.